Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this very special Power of Six call. My name is Verdita Monk, and I'm a Senior Presidential Director out of Atlanta, Georgia. We meet every single week to partner with like-minded people so that we can all feel each other's energy, so that we can support each other, so that we will be able to, soar and accelerate our businesses. And so we're going to go through some very exciting information tonight that really I think you would really appreciate. And so tonight's call is really about why. Why would you want to be a part of this? So first of all, the Power of Six is a very simple, duplicatable system of enrolling six partners in order to maximize the binary plan and matching bonuses. So Derek, if you can admit people for me, are you able to do that? I've made you a co-host. Okay. In order to maximize the binary plan and matching bonuses, you all excuse this, we're family. And so, but that's what we're all about. But tonight we want to talk about why you should adopt the Power Six strategy and develop a winning team. And so if you adopt this strategy, we really do feel that you're going to develop a winning team. And you all know what the Power Six is about. At the end, if I have time, I'm going to review it again. First reason, did you want to adopt the Power Six strategy? It encourages you to focus. We know that focus is one of the most significant things that you can do to accelerate your business and to move forward. But you want to focus on who, not how. See, it's been said that you don't need to worry about how it's going to happen. All you got to do is believe it's going to happen and focus on who you're going to want. See, when you look at that list that we provide about people being, that they have leadership skills, they have great communication skills, they're self-motivated, hopefully they're financially stable, all those things. When you know who you're looking for, you are going to recognize them more readily. I'll give you an example. The other day, my husband and I were talking, and we're, in the market for a new car, so we're not ready to get it right just yet. But now that we're looking for this car, he's told me that every time he turns, he sees the car on the road. You see, you when you're focused on something, you recognize it more readily. And that's what being focused does for you, and knowing who you're partnering with, that's what it does for you. So one of the most important beliefs that, let me move some of this stuff out of my way. One of the most important beliefs we must internalize is that success loves speed. You see, in order to be successful, you have to move quickly. People who are successful, they make quick decisions. I have found that out, especially recently with some of the people I'm working with. So you see, the speed of relationships is very significant because relationships move at the speed of trust. People who trust you based on your business acumen, based on your integrity, they will move much faster. And when I say that, I'm going to give you an example. I've been working with a young lady for the last couple of days, and we're doing the Power Six. But, instead of just directing people to a call, because everybody seems to not be available at the same time, what we're doing is 3 ways, and encouraging them to look at the recording, the 14-minute recording that many of you have heard of. It's the Power Six. It's a regular presentation, and at the end I go over the Power Six. That's recorded, 14 minutes. So when she put these people on the phone with me, literally, we're talking about really, really sharp people that own like 4 and 5 businesses and stuff. They are saying at the end of the call, and nobody made them say this, they're saying, I'm ready, sign me up. You only need 5 more because I'm one of your 6. This is what people are saying. Same thing happened today. The person she put me on the phone with says, I'm in. And they haven't even, well, this person today did get a chance to see the recorded call, but the person yesterday did not see anything. They just went by what we were saying. And I mean, when you're surrounded by like-minded people, and then the person that she was such a strong force in the way she carries herself, and her business acumen and articulation and communicate, All of this. See, this what happens when, number one, you partner with like-minded people and then you have strong relationships. So relationships move at the speed of trust. Now, here's a real example. I'm going to give you an example. This is now, don't worry about this date. I got one person in my organization. It says that person enrolled in May of 2023. When I prepared this slide, it was last year. So just think about this was in 2023. This person, it says since that time, so it was about a year later, their organization had grown to 1,345 partners. So if you divide that by 12, that's an average of 70 partners per month, okay? Most of the partners are not network marketers. They simply started sharing their testimonies with the people they loved and care about. I know for a fact, see, when you know your organization, you know the what's the word? You know what your organization looks like. I know this person and I know the kinds of people because I know how to taproot and find leadership type of people. The people in this organization are not necessarily leaders. They're not networkers, but because they have relationships and those testimonies are so powerful, those relationships, this is why I wanted you to hear this, because relationships move at the speed of trust. You see, that's very important to know. Now, Larry Jackson, it's like third time he's in me. Second reason that you want to adopt this strategy is because it saves you time. See, it's a matter of time. One of the most important reasons for creating a sense of urgency when it comes to achieving our goals and quality of life we desire is that it saves us the most valuable resource we all have, which is time. You see, most of the people that fit the characteristics that are on the list that I just mentioned, these are busy people. You know, some of you, I know some of you on this call have I know you for a fact, have 2 and 3 businesses. So what does that mean? You don't have a lot of free time to be wasting. I just saw Bishop Larry Jackson jump on the call. He has 12 churches. He don't have a lot of free time to be wasted. So this is why the Power of 6 is important for him, because it saves him time, because he has the luxury of attracting like-minded people like bishops and pastors. Those are the kind of people he's been going after. So find the other reason, find the fastest way by following the leader. The fastest way to achieve any goal is to find someone who's already achieved our goal and then mimic their behaviors. This strategy known as modeling is the key to exponentially accelerating our speed of success. So all of these reasons is why you need to be doing the Power 6. Number 3, it shows the vision. You see, when we look at our compensation plan provided by Lifeway, it tells us we get matching bonuses on 3 levels, which is really the most lucrative part of the comp plan. But it doesn't really show you the numbers. It's kind of hard to look at that and say, oh, you mean if I do this, I'm going to make $5,000? Well, that's why the Power 6 is pertinent, because it's based on the Habakkuk 2:2 in the Bible, where it says, write the vision and make it plain that he who reads it may run with it. The people that I'm just referred to, that I've been working with recently, who are doing the Power 6 intentionally, they are running, y'all. They're running because they saw the numbers. And oh, wait a minute. I got to get my battery. I apologize. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. I should have charged my computer before I started. But yes, when you have something that's clear and you can see it, it does help. And then it allows you to run. It's a key word right there. So it ensures you, number 4, it ensures that you get to work with like-minded people. I just talked about this. If I knew that all the people on my team were just like me, do you realize that would make you feel more comfortable, that you don't have to worry? Does everybody have to? Do you know how much money many of us would be making if everybody on the team was ordering 2 sleeves a month and everybody had 6 people that did the same? We would be there, y'all. We'd be so filthy rich, it's ridiculous. So it's refreshing to work with people just like you. We're talking about alignment. When people are just like you, alignment refers to the degree to which a team's goals, values, and actions are in sync with the organization's mission and strategic objectives. When alignment is achieved, every team member understands their role and how their contributions drive the larger organizational goals. This unified direction ensures that efforts are not wasted on conflicting or redundant tasks, leading to greater efficiency and effectiveness. So we all get on these calls every week. We know what the goal is. The goal is to be partnered with like-minded people and get 6 of them to be using 2 sleeves a month. We broke down why we need 2 sleeves. Why? Because we need a sleeve ourselves. We need one to promote. We also need to maximize the money. You can't do that unless you have a certain amount of volume. Now, I want to shift gears, and I want to talk about some things that we all need to be focused on. We really need to show up and show out at our incentive trip to the Bahamas. And it shows you right here that it's going to be in February. It's going to be in February of next year, but the trip in qualification period started August the 4th, which was 2 weeks ago now. And so 2 weeks, it was a total of 10 weeks of qualification. So we're down to, 11 weeks of qualification. We're down to 9 now because we're in the week of the 18th. But we have all the way to October the 19th. But if you focus and you get those right people, like I just gave you an example of a powerhouse that I've been working with for the last couple of days that literally got 2 powerhouses in 2 days. It doesn't take that long if you focus, okay? Now, I gave you an example last week. Let me stop this because I want to pull up something else. Let me see if I can do it. Let me see if I could do this. Okay, well, I don't, let me pull it up. I thought I had it. Okay, you go to our team site, and I hope y'all can see this. Let me just make sure you can to start again. If you go to our team site, thisisitteam.com, you're going to go to downloads. And you're going to see, well, right here where it says Bahamas Cruise, that is not the form. That's just the ticket. but what you want to do is scroll down until you see right here where it says Punta Mita. Now, I don't know why they don't have the new form up that says Bahamas. They just haven't gotten around to it. We just had Convention Stephen Jenner in Denmark. Now they're busy. So, but it's the same tracker. The same information that's on here is the same information you're going to need to keep up with your points. Meaning if you're a manager, director, or senior director, every week that you maintain that rank, the current rank, not your lifetime rank, but what you're ranked at that week, you get a point. If you're an executive, presidential, or SPD, you're going to get 2 points. Okay, that adds up. You get points for personally ranking up. If you're a manager now and you rank up to director, you get 15 points. You rank up to senior director, another 20. It starts adding up. You also earn points when people that you enroll come in. If they come in as a core, advanced, premium, or a preferred customer, you get points for those. Now, I want to point out, so let's say a person comes in as a core and they upgrade to advanced. You don't get another 4 points. You only get 4 points if they came in day 1 as an advanced. But if they upgrade to advanced, you get another 2. So now you have a total of 4, but you don't get 2 plus 4, which is 6. Okay. If they hit manager, you get 5 points. If they hit director, you do get an additional 7 points. But all these rules are in the rule, it's on our back office and everything. Okay. So let me come out of this and go back to the other PowerPoint. So what I did, and you can take a screenshot of this, move this out of the way. All these things are in my way. If you take a screenshot, whereas if you're a manager and we got 9, I did edit this to say 9 weeks left. You can, if you hit manager every week, that's 9 points. If you rank up to director from manager, you're going to get 15. And all of these points, if you enroll 10 cores, they get 2 points each, 20 points. Add this up, you have 108 points, y'all. That's enough for 2 people to qualify for the trip and 1 flight. But If you did a little bit more, you probably, because you only needed, I think it was 120 or 25 or something like that to get 2 people. Hey, what's going on? Now, so if you're a director, this is an example. If you're a director, I should have changed this to 9, but if there are 9 weeks left, same kind of thing. You know, when you rank up to senior director, you get 20 points on down, 128 points. This person would win 2 trips and 2 flights. So I didn't, some of this I had from last week, but this should have been 128 and this should say 9. But y'all know what I'm saying. Take a screenshot of this because it kind of gives you an idea of the kinds of things that you should do. But the form itself allows you to keep up with that. Now, we still have the bonus. If you get 3 preferred customers, I do have some people who've gotten some preferred customers. All the way to September 1st, you're going to get a point. I mean, I'm sorry, you're going to get the points in the Bahama cruise, but you're also going to get $50. Not a lot of money, but we can do something with $50. Then if you get promoted to manager all the way through the end of this month, you get a chance to get a $100, and then the person that sponsored you gets $50. So there's all kinds of incentives in place, you guys. So let's just go. And what I want to do is I do have a couple people that I know that are unmuted. I always like to, and you know, unfortunately, I can't unmute everybody, but I do love some feedback, and I'm going to be looking for some of the other leaders on the call while they are talking. So I see Professor Strother already showing up on my face on this here. So if you want to unmute yourself, Professor Strother, and, you know, share some comments about what we talked about tonight.
Absolutely. Can you hear me okay?
I sure can.
This call is phenomenal. I appreciate all the information and the opportunity to serve on this call. And like you said, it's all about, you know, staying consistent. This trip, though, these trips, I think this will be a good boost for a lot of people because we have a lot of new people that are in our system now, and looking at the simplicity. I'm a numbers guy, so I think just looking at those numbers and looking at actual activity would do a lot of people a big benefit as far as qualify for the trip, because it does for me. When I see that, man, that's all I got to do is that and maintain this, and man, the company's going to pay for, you know, me and my spouse to go on a trip. I think that's phenomenal. But like you said before, we want to make sure it's not just a few of us. We want to get everyone to benefit off this, because the synergy that's going to create when we show up in big numbers, man, I mean, you just can't beat that, because then we're going to be talking about building for the next trip, and it's something that's going to continue to duplicate and become to get bigger and bigger. And next thing you know, this is going to be something that we just do automatically. This is going to be the norm, and that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that we create the new norm. Even when it comes to people coming in at the manager's level, you know, I know some people it might take a week, some people a month, some people longer, but we need to create a new norm to make sure that when we bring people in and we process paperwork, that we're launching them, and that the new norm is everyone hits manager within the first 5 days or 7 days. That's what we need to do as a group, is create the new norm, regardless of how we came in, that we need to create that, because when we do that, people won't know no different. They won't know no different than, hey, this is what we're supposed to do. So I'm excited about this trip. I think this gives us an opportunity to do that. And Virginia, I think we need to also talk about this later on, but since we got some leaders, I know we got some phenomenal leaders on this call, but really talk about the movement, because you know a lot of people are not really, you know, excited about joining a company, but they love being part of a movement. And we have an incredible movement right here, but we got to start announcing, making it build, and allow it to be big and bigger and bigger. Because when people hear about this movie, you know, going on in Missouri, then they got people that they know in Atlanta, and they got the same movement going on in Atlanta and Texas. Mm-hmm. That's what creates the synergy. So I'm super excited about it. So I'll turn that call back over to you. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Jewel. And you said something a moment ago about hitting manager in 5 days. Well, see, this is why when we go to conventions, I know some people that I'm going to call them in a moment. James Thompson, be prepared if you can to come on here, because see, so many people came out of that convention and they were so hyped up. They were so excited. That energy is contagious. We always say when you leave a convention, start calling people on your way home. because that, you know, just be calling them, just to be calling, and somebody's gonna feel that energy. And so they have talked about how many people they have talked to. James Thompson, I made you a co-host. Are you able to unmute yourself? James Thompson. I don't know if he can or not. Okay, but either way, I've unmuted some other leaders. Feel free, if you would like to come on here and share anything about why we need to do the Power Six based on the notes that I shared, based on, you know, how it allows you to stay focused and all those kinds of things. Or if you want to say something that resonated with you about the convention.
Mrs. Monk, I did want to add one more thing, if that's okay.
Okay, sure.
Just those numbers, the Power Six. I know a lot of people understand the simplicity of it, but really, you know, a lot of people, but I don't think a lot of people realize, you know, 6 to the 6th power is over 4,600 people. And when your job was to only create that 6 in the beginning and allow your 6 to create the other 36, and that 36 create the other 216 and so forth, I think that really, you know, really gives a superpowered version of how we can be massively successful by doing, you know, everyone is doing a short part. And so I think the Power Six call is important because it really identifies the simplicity of what we have to do. So I'll turn that back over to you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, let me pull this up, you guys, to see if I can pull the Power Six up. Because I gotta find it. First of all, I don't have it up. Let me find it. Okay. It's literally 46,000. But I want to, because there are some people on here who may not have seen it. See, there's 46,000 people on this list, but it can happen. You know, we had a team before in another company. We built a team of about 26,000. That was the biggest team we ever built. So we didn't bring all the people in, but we didn't have any spillover from nobody. But this can happen. I mean, I'm seeing this person literally get her 6. She probably have her 6 by the weekend, because she really had 2 calls a day, but the other one had to be rescheduled. Everybody we're talking to for this person is saying yes, and they're not ordinary people. So yes, let me go through this real quick, because the Power Six basically says that you are adopting the idea of you utilizing or ordering 2 sleeves of X39 a month. Even though some people say, well, let me get an X39 in an ice wave. Well, that does qualify you for all the money. But if you really want to do the business right, you still should be out there patching people and being in a position to patch people. You don't patch people with Eon and Carnesy. I mean, if you want to get those, that's fine, but you still need to have 2 sleeves of X39 just so that you'll be you know, the team player. But that's why this 924 represents you getting 2 sleeves, and it's 6 people getting 2 sleeves a month. This page reflects residual income, auto ship, not what you signed up with. Those 6 are going to get 6. That's 36 on the second level. And when you get 36, look how the points jump up. 200 to 16 on the third level. Look how the points jump up. This is like president, what is it? Senior director level volume. Yeah, when you get that after 2, I mean, this could literally happen in a couple of months. We hit senior director in 6 weeks when we came in board. Then the 4th level, 1,296. This is SPD volume. It takes 200,000 points to be an SPD, but you exceeded that in 4 months. If this took a person a whole month to get 6, and then those 6 took a whole month to get their 6, y'all should be running crazy to go get your 6, knowing what this money looks like. Because what's going to happen, this is the kind of money you're going to be looking at. You in 6 months, you'll be maximizing 25,000 a week in the binary, y'all. This is every single week. This is the match bonus, 37.5. So even if you're only 10% successful, you're still talking about 132,000 a week. So it doesn't have to be the exact numbers, but I'm just trying to share with you what I said about vision. The Power Six shows the vision. It shows the numbers. This is why people are getting excited. So I just wanted to reiterate that, since you brought that up, Jewel. Did anybody want to jump in now? I'm just trying to fill in the gaps when, there's Mr. Derek. There you go. Hey,
Yeah,
Derek.
how you doing, Vanita?
Wonderful.
Yeah, definitely wanted to jump in.
You look
I
like
think the
you
Power
already,
Six is
Derek, you look like,
foundational.
hey,
Can you hear me?
Derek, I'm sorry. You look like you already in the Bahamas with the background.
Creating vision for myself. So, yeah, I think the Power Six, the importance of it is you don't make your minimums your maximums. I think because manager is something everybody shoots for when they get started. A lot of people, when they get to manager, they go into management mode. They start to want to work and train and spend a lot of time with their team. But really, new business is what drives it. So if you focus on at least six, you build the foundation to get to all the other positions in the company. And I just want to read some notes that I took. I was at the conference, and I tell you, these are one-liners, but I want everybody to take heed to what they are because some of them are so powerful that you don't need a lot of words. One is you have to show up to go up. What you don't change, you choose. Let me say it again. What you don't change, you choose. Here's another one. People need to know that you believe. A lot of times, again, when we talk to people, people need to know that you believe. He who introduces the most people to their leader wins. So you need to use three-way calls and get out of your own way by using other people. Success is on the other side of your comfort zone. So if you're comfortable, that means you need to get out your comfort zone. I was talking to one of my partners today. She said she just decided to get up, go out of the house, went to the VA, and just started talking to people. And all of a sudden, came up with a quite a few prospects just by going out and talking to people. So you have to get out of the house. And it says massive action solves all problems. If you're not having success, you just have to do more of the work. Amateurs join and champions launch. I don't know how many people wait. I don't know why people wait to launch. Again, you should launch in the first, obviously, well, you should do it in the first 72 hours, but no longer than a week after you get started. I don't know why people are waiting to gather. You know the same people this week that you're going to know next week, that you're going to know next month. So you don't have to take a month to launch a business. You can do it the first week and the first day. And then this is the last one. Now, there's a start date and there's a decision date. Many of us started, but how many of us actually made a decision to win? And those are some of the notes, and those are kind of the nuggets you're going to get. And lastly, most people spend their lives in the town of someday. Someday I'll talk to more people. Someday I'll do the launch. Someday I'll go to one of the events. So don't live in the town of someday, and let's all go and win. Just wanted to share those notes and those nuggets.
Wow, those are powerful, Derek, and I remember those notes as well. But you know what? That just shows how studious you are and how, literally Derek is a powerful leader, you guys, and all of us need to put our leadership hat on, put our leader hat on, because as soon as you sign up a person, you're a leader. You need to be, making sure that you're going into the This Is It team back office and doing those the launching your business and onboarding your people, making sure that they're doing it. It's going to save you some time. It's going to save you some time. But all these things that Derek talked about were just phenomenal. But I do remember saying you would never, your income will never exceed your level of personal development. And that's why, I always believed in reading and listening to motivational audibles and things like that, because it just keeps your mind focused. Always stay positive. That's what you're going to attract. Does anybody else want to jump on here and say anything before we end the call? And I do want everybody to be prepared. Like if you have something that is on your mind that you think will be valuable to support the team, let me know. And then I will, let you share that. I'm just opening up to leaders because I know them and I know that they are always prepared. As you can see, Derek and Jewel always jump in there and say something. I know some of you, I did unmute some other people, but since no one is jumping in and saying anything, we're going to go ahead and end the call, you guys. This is a wonderful evening. You all, let's go to the top. Let's get ready to go to the Bahamas. Let's be very intentional and focus every single week about what we're doing and attracting the right people. Listen, you all have a wonderful time. We'll send out the recording. Have a good one.